For me, the purpose of art is a coping mechanism. Art has been something that allows me to be alive, allows me to function in the world, to have a place to express myself that doesn't need me to be anything other than what I am in my perfectly mistaken form. I'm Jason Yeagle. I live in San Francisco, California. I'm a painter. When I start off with something that I have no prescribed agenda for, it's almost easier to face the blank page because I could start off with a mistake straight away. I could start off with a color and let it develop from there. And as long as I try to keep myself open, the results usually find themselves. Definitely one of my goals in making this mural was to represent the way that I regard color and how important the act of mixing colors is to my studio practice. So my dad is red-green colorblind, but I know that I picked up something about color palette from him because he had a strong relationship to it. I love mixing a color down to something that's quite like gray. Maybe a pinkish gray, maybe an orangish gray, maybe a bluish gray. And then resaturating, putting in full pigments to bring it back to a brighter, more saturated version. I've lived in my house in the Mission for the last 18 years. I grew up in Boston, which in a lot of ways isn't dissimilar from San Francisco. Just this thing of being a kid growing up in an urban place where you were traversing the city by yourself. There's something kind of, maybe a little bit dangerous about the city, but at the same time, it kind of has you in its embrace. So within my work, I've always found myself representing these kind of urban spaces as well. Now I feel like I'm creating a public art persona for myself, where it's basically like I'm kind of coloring within the lines a little bit more and trying to create things that have some level of accessibility. There's a lot of people who talk about cartoons as typography. Cartoons, in their lack of specific features, they offer the possibility for people to invent their own details for that character or to be able to picture themselves as that character. I'm really happy with what came out, the result. The thing that I wanted to kind of represent was something that had some sort of power, some kind of story that regarded the families that live in the neighborhood and expressed my pride for San Francisco. Early on, I figured out that covering something over was a really great opportunity for something unexpected to happen.